Peace and wellness, family. I hope that y'all are well and happy and whole and all that good stuff, y'all. Come on, wellness community. I see y'all in here. Butterflies in the sky. Hey, I can go twice as high. Hey, take a look. It's in the book. It's the wellness community. I see y'all butterflies in the sky. Hey, y'all, it's been a long time. It feels like it. Hey, Kwani girl. Hey, Phoenix Goddess. It feel like it's been forever, y'all, since I've been on the YouTube. Well, this community, I just saw y'all, what was that, Sunday for our Sunday film watch party. But for my YouTube family, I haven't seen y'all in a long time since the new moon that we had earlier in the month. And during that time, y'all know that I was in the process of moving. Behind me, you saw all the bags stacked up, the duffel bags stacked up because I was in the process of moving. Well, I have officially moved, okay? If you can't tell, I have officially moved, y'all. And for those of you who do not know, you may not follow me on other socials. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. And it's been great. It's really been great. Now, if you know me, if you know the Queen Poe, you know that I am not new to Georgia. My mother's whole side of the family is from Georgia. I graduated high school in Augusta, Georgia. I spent my senior year in high school in Augusta, Georgia, and finished at the Academy of Richmond County in Augusta. Shout out to the Musketeers 706. You already know. I used to live in Jenner Homes, the housing projects over there behind Josie, but I was going to school out of zone, honey, and I went to Richmond and graduated from Richmond, and then ended up going to Savannah State University. Shout out to the HBCUs, my Tigers. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you, Mary. And you know, went to Savannah State, graduated from Savannah State. So I've had the experience living in Augusta and Savannah. Now I'm living in Atlanta. So after I graduated college in 2014, what's the name? My phone going. But after I graduated college in 2014, I had moved back to New York to go to grad school and you know, to start my full adult life, right? So I've been living in New York for 10 years, y'all. 10 whole years. And I came back to Georgia, honey. Okay, back in Georgia. So I moved to Atlanta, to the A, okay? And I love it thus far. I'm in the Midtown area of Atlanta. Beautiful area. I love my building. Y'all, it's definitely an upgrade. Okay. Shout out to that energy of expansion, of abundance, all of that. When I was living in New York, I was in a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. It was considered a luxury building, but luxury for New York. Which is something I'm learning. You don't know what you don't know until you see what you don't know. You know, it was luxury for New York. So I was on the 3rd floor walk up in Brooklyn, and it was a beautiful apartment and everything. I loved it. The best thing about the apartment was that it was rent stabilized, right? So for those of you who don't know what rent stabilized or rent controlled means, basically they can't go up on your rent an exorbitant amount every year when you renew. So it's a what you call it, like a cap that's on it. So they can't raise your rent beyond a certain amount. So my rent was around $2,100 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom in Brooklyn. I know some people are like $2,100. If you know Brooklyn, that's good. Okay, for a luxury building, 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, separate kitchen. You know, in New York, they'll throw a kitchen in the living room in 2.2 seconds. I had a separate kitchen. You had to cut the corner, and then you had a dining room, a living room. Nice, right? Floor to ceiling windows, beautiful. $2,100. It was great. But my apartment now, honey. You don't know what you don't know until you realize what you don't know, babes. Okay, let me tell you. My apartment now, I am in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom penthouse apartment in a high-rise building. It ain't a walk-up. We got an elevator, okay? And thank God, because I'm in the sky, in Midtown, which is a beautiful area where I am. It's very, like, you know, business-like. And child, I was running to the coffee shop, the local coffee shop. And babes, when I say people was in there suited and booted, I was like, oh, I had on sweatpants and a t-shirt. I said, oh, this is that type of neighborhood. I can't run to the bodega, huh? This is not bodega type of neighborhood. Y'all got on hard bottoms and stilettos. Okay, at 7 o'clock in the morning. We just here to go. Oh, this is not bodega energy? Okay. Because I was living in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, honey. Okay, if you know, you know. So, so different type of vibe over here. Okay, everybody's very like, you know, I gotta adjust. I said, I ain't in the hood no more, huh? But I love it thus far. You know, again, you don't know what you don't know. So come move into this building, you know, we have 24/7 concierge and all of that stuff, and it's very private. Even the key is like, you know, one of those like key fob things where you like stick it child. It took me and my one of my good friends from college. Shout out to Drea. We've been friends. That's my A1 from day one. We met day one of freshman year in college and been friends ever since. So however long that was, 2009 to now. And she was with me. She came and picked me up from the airport and stuff. And child, we was trying to figure out how to work the damn key. I said, child, I'm not used to this. What kind of kid is this, child? You got to stick it and wait, and then you hit a zoom, zoom, and then you can turn. I said, oh, this is too much. This is too much. I need me a regular old nigga key. I can't even go to the hardware store and get a copy of this key. I said, y'all got okay, but again, you don't know what's out there until you actually get to see what's out there. I didn't even know stuff like this existed. So it's very much an adjustment, but an adjustment in a positive way. And you know, shout out to again that expansion energy. I was really manifesting this, y'all. Like everything that I desired, I had wrote down and I put it under a candle, and it has manifested. Salam is doing well, y'all. We got a whole lot of room, big old living room, dining room, 3 bedrooms. So he's been running around marking his territory, not peeing, but like literally letting it be known that this is his house, you know. But yeah, I meant everything I wrote down, even like the type of neighborhood I wanted to live in, you know, everything. I wrote it down, put it under a candle, and it has manifested. Like even this morning, I was just walking to my local grocer. You know, I was walking to the local grocery store. Everything is in walking distance because that was the thing I was concerned about moving back down south. I said I would want to still feel like I'm in the city. I want to still be able to walk to the grocery store, walk to go get me a cup of coffee and a bagel when I want to, and I can do all of that. And I was walking to the store this morning and I was just like, wow, I really wrote this. Like I wrote that I wanted my local grocery store to be a health food store, and it is. Like, and I wrote that. I wrote that I want healthy options because I live in Brooklyn where my neighborhood is a food desert. I did a whole video talking about food deserts. Every neighborhood I lived in Brownsville, Brooklyn, and Crown Heights, Brooklyn, as well as East New York, Brooklyn. Every neighborhood I've lived in has always been a food desert. Always been places where it's been difficult to find like good, healthy options, quality vegetables. We have vegetables in the grocery store, but they would be rotten vegetables that you sorting through to get to the good onions. And for anybody living in the hood, I want y'all to know that that's not normal. And you don't realize that that's not normal until you go to a neighborhood where it's just not like that. It's not normal to be sorting through the onions at the grocery store and you picking up one of the onions and it has mold on it, or it has rotten. It's rotten in certain areas and you got to dig through the rotten vegetables to get to the good ones. That's not normal. That's food desert energy, right? So having a food desert doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have access to any type of food always. Sometimes it's that the quality of the food is not good. And I didn't want to live in a food desert anymore. I wanted to be able to go to my local grocery store and have an abundance of vegetables and fruit options that are all good. You know, so things like that I wrote down in detailed manifestation. Like, this is what I want. This is the type of food I want to be in my neighborhood. These are the type of people I want to live around. I want to, you know, live in a diverse community where everybody is friendly and shows love. And it's a lot of positive energy around, and it's been that thus far. Everything I wrote down has been that. So I'm so grateful, and I just wanted to give y'all that life update, right? And now the other side of moving, right? The other side of moving, y'all. I didn't realize how much stuff in my house that I had nigger rigged until I moved. Okay. Because my setup right now, this is gonna be my content office room, this specific room, my slash vanity room, and all of that. And then the third bedroom is gonna be the guest room. But this room, like my desk, so up in my old apartment, I took a video of it. I'm gonna put it in my story. In my old apartment, I have my desk set up, right? And then I have my laptop so that I could be eye view. I have my laptop sitting on the old Jackie Aina Forever Mood candle box. You know, her candles come in big boxes. I had the laptop sitting on that. My ring light broke. I had the big ring light that had this tripod stand. The tripod stand broke because I had this ring light for years. But the ring light part still worked. I had the ring light propped up in an old candle, child, behind behind the laptop. So y'all used to see with my ring light, it was behind the laptop, okay, and it was propped up in a candle jar, leaning against the wall. I can't nigga rig my stuff no more because now my desk is not against the wall. And then I used to be sitting on the corner, the end of the couch, right? Because my living room was small, so I didn't have like an office space, so my desk was at the end of my couch. I had an L-shaped couch. It was at the end of the L. So I used to be sitting on that. So now I got to get a real ring light, again, a new ring light. I got to get a laptop stand. I got to get a desk chair. You don't realize how much stuff you have to get until you move. You be like, damn, that was really nigga rigged up, huh? I ain't realized I had to rig that up like that until I don't have it no more. And I can't rig it up again. But I still find, I found a way to do it. Okay, I found a way to make it happen. So my laptop right now is sitting on top of a Yankee candle box, another candle box until my stuff comes. All right. But we are getting adjusted, getting going. The lighting for this video is I'm using daylight in the room light, but when I get everything together, the lighting and everything will be better and everything will be back in order. But in the meantime, y'all, we're 11 minutes in, honey. Let us get into this full moon in Sagittarius that we have coming up. Again, I just really wanted to give y'all like a life update. Everybody knows that I was moving and really just talk about the power of manifestation, y'all, because I know when I be doing these videos talking about the planetary alignment, I want y'all to know I'm doing the work too, right? So when I'm like, y'all, this is a good time to manifest. This is a good time to do your candle stuff. This is a good time. I'm telling y'all, I'm doing it too, right? And it works. It really, really works. So thank God, thank Spirit, thank the ancestors, thank the universe for conspiring in my favor and aligning with me, and just allowing me to be an example of the fruit of the work, right? Because we do this work and this work bears sacred fruit. Spiritually, it starts from within and it manifests externally, right? It starts internally and manifests externally, right? And I thank the universe, I thank God, I thank Spirit, I thank ancestors for all of it, all of it. Let's get into this full moon of Sagittarius, y'all. So full moons are for revealing and releasing, right? And Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign ruled by Jupiter. Now, Oneness community, y'all know I have my notes, okay? So I'll be sharing the notes right after this video. The thing about this full moon in Sagittarius, and just to be clear, this full moon in Sagittarius will peak on May 23rd at 9:53 a.m. Eastern time. The shadow period started yesterday. Thank you for the ring light donation, Sister Queen. I appreciate you. Thank you. The shadow period for the full moon in Sagittarius started yesterday and it will last until May 26th, right? Now, the thing about this full moon in Sagittarius energy is all about being very philosophical, very curious, very idealistic, which I love about Sagittarius. They always are very curious beings, always have questions, things that they want to explore, get to know, always chartering new territories. Sagittarius are very adventurous beings, right? So that's the energy right now. Don't be surprised if you find yourself desiring to be much more active, having like very busy bee energy, which we thank God for it. We thank God for the busy bee energy, okay? Because I got a lot of unpacking to do still, honey. And yesterday, I woke up. Yesterday was the start of the shadow period. And I woke up yesterday like, ooh, let's get this art up. Let's get this going. Let's get that going. Y'all done broke 2 nails, unboxing and moving and stuff like that. But this busy bee energy, this desire to just get up and go, get up and move, get up and do something, that's the full moon in Sagittarius energy. Now, as we know, full moons naturally bring high emotions, elevated emotions. With that being stated, This busy, active energy will also affect you emotionally. So don't be surprised if your emotions are hypersensitive right now. You may find yourself feeling very sensitive right now, um, uh, and taking things quite personally. So you need to be very mindful of that energy. Okay, be mindful of not taking things too personal. Mind your hypersensitivity. Okay, it's all right to be sensitive, but you need to be aware that, okay, I'm being a little sensitive right now. Maybe it's me. Okay, so just be mindful of that. All right. Now, again, with Sagittarius energy is very idealistic, very curious. So you may also have the notion to explore something new, to study a new topic, to learn something new. That is the perfect time to do that right now. And I say that because other planetary alignments that we have impacting this energy. Number one, Mars. Mars is our planet of action, right? Mars is our planet of action, and Mars will be trining this full moon in Sagittarius. And as we know, trines bring harmony. So this is a good time to take action, explore those desires to start a new venture, explore those desires to study a new topic. This is the perfect time to take action, get up and move. And again, that Sagittarius busy bee energy is effective right now. It's good to take action and do something. Now, here's the thing that you will have to be mindful of for sure: being scattered. I love my Sagittarius. I love y'all dearly. Sagittarius, y'all be all over the place sometimes. Sometimes. Y'all be all over the place, okay? Mentally, thought-wise, scatterbrained, and action-wise. Starting one task over here, starting another task over here, doing this, doing that. You got hands in multiple pots. You already started this venture. Now you got this venture you want to do. Very scattered. So you have to focus. The challenge for us right now will be to focus our energy, right? It's good to explore new ideas. It's good to explore new ventures, but you need to focus in and hone in. So that will be a part of the challenge. Another challenge right now is going to be breaking through your own personal restrictions and boundaries. And that's because the planet of Saturn, our planet of boundaries and restrictions, is squaring this full moon in Sagittarius. With that being stated, yes, you will desire to start something new. Yes, you will desire to explore a new topic, but that new venture or that new topic may be something that actually challenges your personal beliefs and your old ways of thinking. So this is a good time to be willing to unlearn old thought patterns, unlearn old behaviors, maybe spice up your routines and rituals and things like that. This is a good time to do that, right? Because you kind of want to break free of certain restrictions and kind of step outside of your own bounds in order to be able to expand. And I say that because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is our planet of expansion. So this is a time for spiritual growth that will manifest as a physical growth, that will manifest as physical expansion. And that spiritual growth is going to come from being willing to try something new, learn something new, even if it goes against what you personally believe right now, even if it challenges what you personally believe right now. And also, you may even want to just tap into understanding what is the opposition of what you believe right now. I'm going to challenge everybody to do that, right? And this is about any topic, any topic. What do you believe about certain topics? And what is the opposing belief, right? Oftentimes, and shout out to Consciously on TikTok, I love that he says it. He says research over me search, right? And a lot of times by the me search, essentially he's talking about how a lot of folks just live in echo chambers, right? We only research what we believe and we only research information that validates what we already think we know, right? So I challenge everybody to kind of study opposing views and study opposing beliefs. And you'll be surprised how that may impact what you believe. And not to say that you will go to the opposing side, but it may actually force you to dig deeper in what you think you already know or what you already believe, right? So again, just expanding the knowledge, expanding your curiosity. When I was in college, I was in Model United Nations, I was in African Union, and we always had to do that. We always had to know what our opposition would say. For those of you who don't know, it's kind of like the debate team, right? So we always had to know what our opposition had to say, whether you was on the economics committee, the social matters committee, no matter what, you had to know what all sides would say, and you also had to know what was going on in the other rooms. I was often in social matters. So if I'm in social political matters, I had to know what economic matters was talking about, because I had to be able to know how the finances would be able to support the social political matters that we're discussing in this room, right? So always be open to researching all sides and step outside of your echo chamber. That's that Sagittarius energy, y'all, being curious, exploring, learning new things, right? No matter what, just be open-minded, okay? Now, I'm going to make sure I touched on all of them. We got Saturn squaring. We have Mars trining. Oh, another trine that will affect us right now is Chiron. Chiron, our wounded healer asteroid, right? That represents the wounded healer. Chiron is trining this full moon in Sagittarius. Now, that will connect with the reveal and release. So, what will be revealed during this full moon in Sagittarius? As we know, full moons are always for revelation and releasing, revealing things that we need to let go of. I already talked about one of them, which is unlearning thought patterns, behaviors, things like that that are hindering you, that are holding you back. But also, you need to be open to revelations about certain fears that are blocking you from stepping into new ventures, fears that are blocking you from taking new paths and chartering new territories. What is stopping you from being the only one? We talked about during the new moon, we talked about the power of being innovative, right? Being innovative about how you show up in your purpose. And a lot of people got their revelation of what they need to do to be innovative and how they need to reinvent themselves. But this full moon will reveal to us what may be blocking you or stopping you from reinventing yourself, stopping you from being as innovative as you need to be, as you could be, right? So just be mindful of that. Be mindful of how you show up in your fear. And I say that because sometimes our fears, and hear me out here, sometimes our fears are protecting us in our mind. Some of us, we call our fears our intuition, right? So I say be mindful of how you show up in your fear, because some people are cloaking their fear as their spiritual gift. Really, you're afraid to go alone. But you tell yourself, my spiritual gift, my intuition is telling me not to do that thing. Is your intuition telling you that? Is your spiritual gift telling you that? Or is your fear of being the only person in the room that's on that path, or the only person in your family on that path? Is your fear telling you not to do that? Some of us cloak our fear as spiritual gifts, and we have to stop doing that. So that's why I said be mindful of how you show up in your fear, because your fear is not your intuition. A lot of our fears are based in what ifs. Anxiety. It stems from anxiety. What if this happens? What if that happens? And then that's why I said, people be like, trust your gut, trust your gut. We have to be mindful of how we do that, because our gut is our solar plexus, which is our emotion body. Sometimes anxiety can trigger your gut too. So you get that butterfly feeling, you get that feeling in your gut that something is going on. Sometimes that's anxiety, which is inducing fear. Okay. And you're calling it intuition. You're calling it trusting your gut, but your gut is running off of fear. Your gut is running off of anxiety, right? So it may not be your intuition. It may be fear. It may be anxiety that's telling you not to do it. Things like that will be revealed to you during this time. If that is your issue, if that is what's blocking you, what's holding you back, it will be revealed. Maybe you just needed to hear this to bring awareness to it. Right? So the next time you get that gut feeling, you have the desire to do something, but it's like something is stopping me. I don't know what it is. A lot of people say that, that be spiritual folks' favorite thing. I don't know what it is, but something that it just ain't right. I don't know what it is. I I don't know. I think, oh, I had a dream. I think it was in a dream. I don't remember. Maybe it's a little deja. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Babes, it's fear. It's fear, babes. Okay. So we just need to be aware of that, you know. So again, things like that will be revealed. So two types of revelations during this full moon in Sagittarius: thought patterns and behaviors that you need to unlearn in order to elevate. And the other revelation are your fears that are blocking you and stopping you from elevating. And both of those two you need to release, right? So do a release ceremony, practice a release ceremony for both of those. Okay. Now, and that will be, that's that Chiron trining, that wounded healer trining in harmony with this full moon in Sagittarius. So that's what you will be healing during this time, which is great. Now, another square that we have is Neptune, and Neptune is our planet of spirituality and dreams, right? So I'm going to tell you right now, and this is almost like how can I say, like, I don't want to say I don't want to say opposite, but almost it's kind of basically, it's a little weird, right? It's a little weird for the full moon in Sagittarius. Some folks may be struggling with restlessness. Restlessness. And usually during full moons, a lot of people start feeling very lethargic, very down, but during this full moon in Sagittarius, some folks may be struggling with restlessness, not being able to sleep, or waking up multiple times in the middle of the night for no reason, having some chaotic, strange dreams, right? That is normal right now. You may, before you go to bed, you may want to have you a little some dream tea. You may want to have burn some lavender, maybe wear some lavender essential oils, things like that, to be able to help you go to sleep better. A little valerian, a little kava kava. Both of those herbs are very helpful with sleep aids, right? To help put you to sleep and kind of ease you. Some chamomile is also good for that. You may need something to help you sleep through the night, a good herb or something to help you sleep through the night. A little Mary Jane. Okay, something to help you sleep through the night. Okay, now Damiana, I'm glad you asked. Damiana is going to enhance dreams. Damiana is going to enhance dreams, so it'll make the dreams even more intense and even more chaotic. So I wouldn't quite recommend like Damiana, Blue Lotus, Mugwort. I wouldn't recommend those, right? Those are our dream enhancers. Not right now. When you have this Neptune squaring, your dreams will likely already be chaotic. Okay, so you just need to be mindful of that. Just stick to your sleep aids, the things that are kind of ease you, relax you, put you to rest. Okay, no, not put you to rest, you know. that didn't sound. We ain't trying to permanently rest you. Okay. I said things that'll put you to rest. Not permanently rest you. Okay, but things just gonna ease you into sleep. Okay, we gotta be mindful of our words here. All right. Now we touched on everything, and of course, when I say everything, I mean the planetary alignment. Of course, you know, we have our squares, we have our trines, but as always with the full moon, y'all know the sun is opposing the moon, right? So we have a full moon in Sagittarius. So the sun is in what? What sign? What sign opposes Sagittarius? I know y'all gonna say it, Geminis. Gemini, because you know a Gemini gonna let you know a Gemini is a Gemini. You know the Geminis is always gonna let you know they in the room. One thing about a Gemini, they're going to let you know that they are here. Okay? So the sun is in what sign? Gemini. The sun will be opposing the full moon in Sagittarius in what sign? In Gemini. They're going to let you know I'm a Gemini. You meet a Gemini. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Gemini. Oh, I meant. Oh, that's how Geminis be. They're going to let you know. That's that Kanye in them. You know Kanye is a Gemini. That's that Kanye in them. All Geminis got a little bit of Kanye cockiness. Okay, so the sun is in Gemini, and it will be opposing this full moon in Sagittarius. And with that being stated, this is a good opposition, right? Because that Gemini energy gives us that cockiness, that confidence, that fortitude that we need to explore new ventures and new territories and things like that. So an increase in confidence right now. Increase in self-esteem, and essentially just really a lot of clarity on who you are, what you want to do, and the desire to live in your purpose. All of that will be elevated right now with having that opposing sun in Gemini, right? feeling more connected to your higher divine self, really hearing your inner voice, really hearing your highest divine self, your Ori, telling you what to do, being very clear. You may even want to, this wasn't one of the crystal recommendations, but you may even want to carry a clear quartz right now to kind of just aid in that energy and enhance that energy for you, okay? Because this will be good for that, all right? So full moon is Sagittarius, sun opposing in Gemini, square of Saturn, our planet of restriction and boundaries, also a square of Neptune, and then we have a trine of Mars, our planet of action, and then we also have a trine of Chiron, our wounded healer, okay? So that's our full planetary alignment. How it will impact our energy, I want to just be clear when I go over that. I already touched on a lot of it, but I just want to make sure I touched on all points. Number one, the desire to get things done, a lot of busy bee energy. Number two, the desire to explore new paths, revelations of the thought patterns and behaviors that you need to unlearn to elevate. We talked about that. That's number three. Number four, revelations of blockages causing us to not chart a new territory or reinvent ourselves. We talked about that. And then the thing that we need to release are both of those blockages, those fear-based blockages, as well as those thought patterns and behaviors, okay? All of them that are blocking us from being able to elevate and charter those new territories and tap into that full Sagittarius energy that will aid us right now. Because again, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is our planet of expansion. So this is the time for spiritual growth, okay? And at the end, I'm gonna give y'all some crystals that will help specifically with spiritual growth. That's going to aid in that. But this is the time to focus on that. So even like with the topics, y'all, the topics that you're looking to study and explore, really focus on topics that are heavy in spirituality. Explore new topics of spirituality. I feel like I got the white stuff. I don't know. I don't. Okay. I feel like my lip gloss ain't lip glossing. You know. Okay, but yes, explore topics in spirituality, explore new topics that are centered in spirituality, but things that you don't already practice. Okay, so if you do yoga, don't study more yoga. Okay, if you know about karma, you know about the ego, don't study more karma and study more ego. Okay, no, try something new. Tap into a new topic in spirituality. Pick up a new book. Open an old book to a random page and just decide, okay, I'm going to tap into that. You know, study Tantra. Study Tantra. I don't know who need to hear that. Study Tantra. Especially if you got a partner. Tantra. Study Tantra. Okay? Get into it. Have a little fun. Okay? I don't know who needed to hear that. I just gave you one right there, a new topic, okay? But yes, get into it. Study a different ritual, a new practice that you can implement. You know, just really step outside of your spiritual box, okay? Now, what to do? I already gave y'all a lot of things to do, but I just want to make sure that I touched on all of them. The first thing, identify the thought patterns and behaviors that you have had to unlearn and give yourself love and gratitude for doing so. What old thought patterns and behaviors have you already unlearned, baby? We've all had to do it. Anybody who's on a spiritual journey, anybody who's on a wellness journey, we've all had to do it. We've all had to unlearn in order to grow. And some of those things come from childhood. Some of them come from family. Some of them come from adulthood. What are some old thought patterns and behaviors that you have had to unlearn and give yourself love and gratitude for doing so? And then here comes the work. Identify the old thought patterns and behaviors that you still need to unlearn, regardless whether they stem from childhood or they come from later in life. They may not be aiding your wellness. Release the ones that are blocking you from moving to your next level. That's the first thing to do. The second thing to do, explore a new venture or topic. We talked about that through education and just trying something different, trying something new. Spice up your routines with something fresh, like a new practice to add to your rituals, new herbs, etc. Right? The third thing to do, mind your energy and focus. Now, mind your energy. What it says is mind your energy and focus, especially if you find yourself taking a turn to negative ways of thinking. And I had to put that in there simply because with the sun in Gemini opposing this full moon in Sagittarius, y'all know Gemini has that duality, okay? That busy bee energy, that desire to go, that desire to flow, that desire to get things done. The opposite side of that, the duality within that, a lot of folks will start having the desire to kind of just sulk and sit because they're disappointed with themselves for not achieving. That's the opposite side of that. Okay. So I want y'all to be mindful. Be mindful of not overwhelming yourself to the point that you start sulking because you feel like you didn't achieve all you set out to do. And that's why I said earlier with that scatter, Sagittarius can be a bit scattered sometimes. So as I said, with that scatter energy, you have your challenge will be to focus so that you can complete tasks, so that you can complete your works, your studies, you're learning new things, your new venture. You want to complete. Don't get so busy and so scatterbrained that you're tapping into all of these different things, but not actually accomplishing what you set out to accomplish. And then you start sulking and get disappointed and get down on yourself. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of like going the other way. Which again, I'm gonna give y'all another crystal that's gonna help with that, help balancing your energy, help you focus, right? So we'll get something to help us aid toward that at the end. The fourth thing to do, sort out your fears between trauma-based blocking fears and anxiety-based protective fears. Then identify their triggers. And I talked about that earlier, right? Where some of our fears, we can recognize them as this is a fear, this is a blockage, this is what's holding me back. And then some of our fears, we cloak them as protection. It's protecting me. This is my intuition, right? So really bring awareness to it, sort out your fears, and then identify what is triggering that fear. And that's how you can start to do that shadow work to heal that. That's that Chiron trining, that wounded healer trining this full moon in Sagittarius. Now, the fifth thing to do, make your busy bee energy work in your favor by practicing being present while active, especially while in solitude. Having that busy bee energy, desiring to get things done, especially while you are in solitude, I want you to practice being present. A lot of times we get super busy and we lose focus because our mind is just going and we're trying to get all our tasks done and we're trying to get through our checklist, our to-do list. I want you to practice being present, especially when you are in solitude. And the way to do that, the challenge is going to be no music, no TV. Just you and your mind, your energy, your task, you're doing, you're focused, you're present. Just be present in the moment. Be present in the energy of the goal, of the busy bee. Be present. Be present. It's just you, your task, your mind, your thoughts, your action, your energy. Just be present in it and enjoy it, okay? Finishing out that fifth one. Try doing house chores and active activities without music or TV. I talked about that. Just your action in your mind. Find joy in solitude. Explore the thoughts and emotions that come in solitude. Write them down. What thoughts come up? What emotions come up when you are in solitude and you are active in solitude in that way? And write them down. Okay, y'all, we about to move to journal prompts and then crystals and herbs. Let me get my sip of water first. Okay. All right. Journal prompts. The first journal prompt. What I thought somebody had said the word. I'm about to say, y'all read in my mind because I thought somebody had said DNTP in the chat. I thought I saw that in the chat because that's going to be a part of one of our journal prompts. If you Salam had unplugged the mic, y'all. Okay, let me make sure. You know, he got to climb up, child. Hold on. Okay, here we go. You know he got to climb up. Here he go. Salam, show the people. Show the people. Y'all can hear me, right? He got to unplug the mic. Okay, he got to climb up and be all up in the business. Y'all, we y'all, Salam is going by Salam. I talked about this. Salam is going by Salam. We are no longer utilizing his nickname. He is Salam. Okay. But as you can see, he still got those all up in the video actions. He still got them actions. The all up in the video actions. Okay. But we will no longer be. Salam has disfellowshipped himself. Okay. From the former nickname. He told me in my ear, he said, girl, don't call me that no more. You see what's going on. Girl, stop calling me that. You see what's going on out here. He told me. He said, if he could change his name, I can do. Okay, he told me that. So I'm following his wishes, huh? Okay, journal prompts. The first journal prompt. And again, just repeating what I already said earlier. What thought patterns and behaviors do you want to unlearn and release? Okay. What thought patterns and behaviors do you want to unlearn and release? The second journal prompt. What fears are blocking you? And which fears are you cloaking as protection? The third journal prompt. What is a new topic that you want to learn about? The fourth journal prompt. What is a new venture you want to embark upon, and what does that look like for you? The fifth journal prompt. What thoughts, now this is the one, what thoughts and emotions come up when you are in solitude? Are your thoughts dominantly positive, or are they DNTPs? And for those of you who are not in the wellness community, DNTPs are dominant negative thought patterns. That comes from Ayala Vanzant's book, Get Over It, where she talks about different DNTPs, different dominant negative thought patterns. And then she also talks about how to heal those dominant negative thought patterns. She has affirmations, she has prayers for each dominant negative thought pattern. So if you don't have that book, I advise you get that book. The audio, if you have Audible, get the Audible book. It's very, very good, but I also advise the hard copy just so you can be able to, read those affirmations and those prayers aloud on a repetitive basis. Keep it next to your bed. But during your times of solitude, as I talked about earlier, I advise that you tap into that busy bee energy, explore that busy bee energy, but be aware that it's important to try to be busy and present at the same time. And that is a challenge for a lot of people. But when you are busy and present, and you are bringing awareness to your thoughts, you're bringing awareness to your behaviors, you're being present in the moment, are your thoughts dominantly positive, or are they dominant negative thought patterns that need to be healed? If so, reference that book and go to those affirmations and those prayers and the work that she has identified to heal those dominant negative thought patterns, okay? So those are your 5 journal prompts. Easy journal prompts this full moon in Sagittarius, okay? Easy, simple ones, okay? Crystals and herbs. The first crystal, turquoise, for calming energy, calming the mind, helping us focus, and bringing us emotional balance. Turquoise. The second crystal is amazonite, another crystal to help us balance our energy. It brings us balance. It also brings us emotional wellness, helps calm us down, and aids in spiritual growth. Amazonite. Tanzanite, stemming from Tanzania, first founded in Tanzania, in Africa. Now, tanzanite is for increased intuition as well as spiritual growth, okay? The fourth crystal is blue aventurine. Y'all know I always talk about green aventurine. That's one of my favorites for abundance. Blue aventurine for focus and concentration. And then the fifth crystal is topaz. Topaz is for confidence. Running back through them again. Turquoise, amazonite, tanzanite, blue aventurine, and topaz. Okay. Now, herbs. Now, these herbs, I'm going to advise that you make you a good tea with these herbs. Okay. Drink these herbs. And you can do a smoke bowl if you want to. The smoke bowl will smell very good. It'll bring a very good, nice summer energy in. I just got the vision of sunflowers, y'all. I've been on a good sunflower hunt, honey. I need some sunflowers in my new home. I need it, God. Bring it to me. I done been to so many different stores. I don't know if it's not sunflower season yet. Okay, but as I said, I just got the vision of sunflowers. I need some good sunflowers. I'd have been to the everywheres. Okay, I need some good sunflowers. But herbs, drink these herbs. Again, you can burn them if you want to, but I heavily advise you drink them. The first one, orange, any part of the orange. You could have orange leaf. You could eat the fruit of the orange, but I heavily advise orange peels. Heavily advise orange peels. And orange peels are for increased intuition as well as strength. Thank you, Yahira. Thank you, Yahira. I appreciate the donation. I see the cash app. Much love to you, Sister Queen. Thank you. Orange peels for strength and intuition. Allspice is for financial abundance. And I'm going to tell y'all at the end while I'm giving y'all these herbs. Financial abundance. Ginger for success and love. Ginger for success and love. Nutmeg for luck. Ginseng for beauty and healing energy. So run it through them again. Orange peels for strength and intuition, allspice for financial abundance, ginger for success and love, nutmeg for luck, and ginseng for beauty and healing energy. And the reason I'm giving y'all these herbs is because these are the dominant herbs that I was drinking when I was manifesting my expansion. Okay. So I'm very big on when I'm manifesting something specific. And if you are in the wellness community, you already got my honey jar recipe, my honey jar / sugar jar recipe. Honey, I get my candles going. I get my honey jar going. For this specific penthouse that I'm in now, I wrote the address and the number of the unit. I had put it in my honey jar. I put it under the candle. I wrote down specifically what I wanted, everything like that, all the stuff, the neighborhood, everything. And then I made this tea. And this was all in one night. Okay. I made this tea. And I made that a ritual until that candle finished. So every day for 3 days, I drank this tea, had that candle going next to my honey jar. Okay. Every day for 3 days until that candle went out on its own. Okay. So that's what I did to manifest. Okay. And aside from, of course, the manifestation starts within with, doing the spiritual work and just being you got to be a good fucking person. I can't tell you how many times I got to tell people that. You have to try your hardest with pure intentions to just be a good person. Shit. Okay, that's the start of the work. Okay. A lot of people just want the jars and the candles and all of that, but you ain't right, nigga. You ain't right. You just got to get right, okay? Be a good person. Be kind to people. Love people. Be honest. Sit in your truths. Tell truths. Love people. Love yourself and love others, and be authentic. Be your authentic self. So that's the foundation of it. That's the foundation. Everything else is an aid. So having the honey jar, doing the candle work, having this specific, I call this my wealth tea, my expansion tea, my abundance tea. This combination, I also add some cinnamon to it. Y'all know cinnamon is good for expansion and abundance. I add cinnamon to it quite often. But yes, y'all, that's my tea. Okay, that is my tea. That's my sacred tea that I drink anytime I'm manifesting something and I'm sitting in that abundance expansion energy, right? I do that, okay? And I say this right now because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is our planet of expansion. And family, I'm telling y'all right now, listen to me clear. You really want to start deciding during this full moon in Sagittarius, release the blockages that's stopping you from moving to the next level. But you got to decide, what the hell is the next level? What is your vision for the next level? What is your vision for expansion? And be clear and make it plain. Shout out to Malcolm X. Y'all know if you're in the wellness community, you know. Wellness community, I talk about it all the time. The Malcolm X documentary, Make It Plain, is free on YouTube. Go watch it. Siberian ginseng is my favorite. Brooklyn butterfly, that's a good question. I love Siberian ginseng. That's my preferred one. It gives you a lot of energy, though. A lot of, for the men, it gives you a lot of stamina. Okay, that ginseng. Okay, that Siberian ginseng ain't no game. It's gonna give you a lot of energy. And for the men, okay, but yes, you know, you have to just decide what the next level is. Like I said, where I'm living at now, everything about this space is what I decided before I even was aware of this space, right? So it was steps to this, right? Bringing awareness of the type of neighborhood I wanted to live in, the type of people I wanted to live around, everything, all the things, right? So you just have to decide, and whatever. It doesn't have to be a move of environment or moving a different state. You know, let me tell you, long distance moving is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. Huh? Long distance moving, north to south, east to west, up, down, country to country. That shit is not for the weak. Let's just be clear. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a move, okay? But what is it? What's the next level for you spiritually, mentally, physically? What is a change that you desire to manifest in your life? This is a good time to start deciding. And then for the next new moon, you could really heavily get on doing your manifestation work, okay, for that. All right, family. So I just wanted to really share that tea with y'all because in the beginning of this video, I gave y'all my life update and let y'all know about the expansion that I'm experiencing. Thank God, you know, thank Spirit, thank the universe, thank ancestors, and thank everybody, you know, the people in my life who have helped me get to this space. Shout out to the wellness community. Shout out to my tribe. Shout out to my friends, my friend group, my sisters, my brother, you know, my siblings. Shout out to everybody. You know, I could go on for days. I'm blessed to have a tribe, and I'm very, very grateful for that, you know. But everybody that helped me get to this place. But I talked about that in the beginning, and I wanted y'all to know exactly what I did to expand, how the expansion happens, you know, be good. Be good. Do right. Shout out to Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou said, just do right. Just do right. Just do your best to do right by people. Do your best to be authentic. Do your best to love. Do your best to share your abundance with others. You know, be giving, be gracious, you know, be a good person, and then do your workings. Do your workings. Do your juju jars. Do your candle work. Do all of that stuff. Pray down. If you know me, you know I'm a praying woman. I pray multiple times a day. I pray down, honey. Okay. I pray and I praise. I pray and I pray. Okay. I had me a little session this morning, a little praise session this morning. I gets to it. Okay. And then I also drink my tea and take my herbs and things like that help me align with this energy. So do the work and your expansion will be so. And whatever you decide that you want to expand in, whatever area, whatever you want that expansion to be like, it will be that and some, right? Because you will be expanded beyond your imagination. You just lay a foundation. That's why I said you decide and you make it plain, because you're just putting it out there in the universe and saying, this is how I want to expand. This is what I want my growth to look like. And the universe hears your list, takes your list up and says, okay, but I'm going to do you one better. Matter of fact, I'm going to do you 10 better. And that's how it goes. Okay, beyond your imagination, beyond your thoughts, beyond your prayers, you will get what you desire beyond your imagination, beyond, above and beyond. But you first have to imagine. You first have to decide. The universe cannot expand what you have not already given, right? So I want to be blessed beyond my imagination. First, you have to imagine. I want to be blessed beyond my ask. You have to ask. So you have to just decide what you want, okay? And this is a good time to start doing that with this Sagittarius energy ruled by Jupiter, that expansion energy. What is your next level? What are the blockages, the fears that's stopping you from getting to that next level? Have those be revealed and release those during this time. Put it out into the universe, and your next level, your expansion shall be so, and it will be easy. It will be easy. Okay? It will be easy. Ashe, family. I love y'all dearly. Wellness community, I will see y'all tomorrow because we got to get into our series watch party, honey. I almost cheated on y'all. I almost started watching by myself. Okay, but I said I ain't gonna do my tribe like that. All right. So I'll see y'all tomorrow for our series watch party and my YouTube family. I will see y'all soon. Much peace and happy full moon in Sagittarius, y'all. Peaking May 23rd. We are already in the shadow period, and that shadow period will last until May 26th. All right. Enjoy this energy. Much peace, y'all.